right. The ads should be done. I'm coming in. Hi, guys. Welcome on in. Welcome to Tuesday. Hopefully I sound okay. Is that an Ashton? Was that the wow of an Ashton I just heard? Hello? How are you doing? Welcome. For some of you, it may have been a long weekend, so I hope you had a nice weekend. For me, it feels like it's been an incredible weekend because I had a cold for like a week. I mean, I still kind of do. I sounded like crap. I sounded like crap. I was tired, and I was just like, I'm not going to be fun if I stream with you guys. I was going to try, and then I was like, no. That would be silly. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take the time off. I'm going to relax. I'm going to try not to, overwork myself, because I know I would. I was actually very good. You're doing pretty good. You were just catching up on my YouTube videos. Oh my god. Which ones? I hope you enjoyed them. Colds suck. You're so sorry. I don't even know how I got it, to be quite honest. Look, I'm a shut-in. I don't know how I got it. Probably going off to the store. Damn it. Watching the new Minecraft series. Oh, good. Okay, I have two videos in that so far. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm being very just silly. I'm like, I just feel like playing Minecraft. This is what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. Yeah. Trying to find. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. You must have. Did you watch yesterday's? I don't want to like be spoiling things. The first of all, last week's, all right, and just dropping down into the snow. Seriously? I was like, why? I don't know. I'm kind of actually am tempted to go back into the snow and make like a ice castle or like an igloo. I don't know. Something silly. I want to make something over there. We might go back. Eventually. I just want to explore, so it's fun. I always feel like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna find snow that I'm going to, like, fall into and just suffocate and die. It sounds ridiculous, but it happens. It happens. Anyways, I'm having a lot of fun because I was like playing around with editing with those. So hopefully that's actually a good time for you. If you'd like to watch those, I do have a YouTube channel. Enjoy, have fun. It'll be a good time for you. Today though is crocheting because 1, I feel like I haven't gotten to craft with you guys in a long time. 2, low key, kind of nice and easy. 3, I'm making gloves. I started these yesterday? It must have been yesterday. So I made one. Obviously, I haven't cut it yet. I made one. I made them in, like, a neutral tone. 1, because I grabbed the neutral, like, oh, I'm just gonna make some gloves for myself, and then I found the pattern with the dragon scales, and I was like, oh, yeah, I've been wanting to do that. So then I was like, that's perfect. So dragon scales. Like, a really pretty neutrally tone. And they're kind of longish, so they go... I guess I could just put it on. Let me just show you. Let me just show. So fun, right? Dragon scales, and then it kind of is longer. I shortened it a little bit, so I kind of changed up the pattern slightly just because I'm using a different yarn, so it just kind of made sense to do it that way. And if you want the pattern, button. It's like button, where is it at? So it's kind of fun. And the biggest reason is because, okay, so my husband and I, because I have a cold, and because we're giant nerds, we've been playing a lot of We've been playing a lot of Skyrim. I was about to say Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, no, actually, it's been Skyrim. And I've been playing on my Steam Deck, so I've been playing handheld, and my hands keep getting so cold. like, I think I need gloves while I'm playing. Because it's so cold here. It's like negatives. It sucks. It's just cold. It's just cold. So I need something like that. Very cool. You need to do a crochet scarf because you do be cold here. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have snow? We didn't get a lot. We got a little bit of snow a few weeks ago. And that melted. And then it was just like, oh, there's going to be this, you know, there's going to be snowstorms. Never. I'm like, it's just cold. I just realized that knob is crooked. That's bothering me. I'll fix it in a second. You know what? You guys can deal with it. I'm not fixing it right now. I have my comfy pants on. I'm not getting up. You don't get to see me. I just look like a big layabout right now. Because screw it. Why do I have to be professional? We're just going to hang out and have a good time and craft. But what have you guys been crafting? Have you been working on any fun crochet projects, other projects, anything of in your imagination? I feel like I did a lot of crocheting over the holidays, and then I kind of got a little burnt out, and I was like, I need a break. But this is good. You had quite a bit last week, and it was like ankle deep. Is that crazy for you? I still remember when we had a crazy amount of snow when I was in college. This was like one in college, and my friend, I wanted to just walk in it because I was so excited for it. We knew they were gonna close classes. They were gonna cancel classes for us that day. It was like over the knee deep because it kept snowing. It kept snowing the entire weekend or like that whole week or whatever it was. And so when I woke up that morning and I was like, I know classes are canceled. So I made coffee and then I went for a walk. And it was so deep and so pretty and so quiet on campus. It was great. It was great. I like snow. It's the cold that I'm like, if it's going to be cold, give me snow at least to look at because it's pretty. I know I'm a little crazier, but it's like, look. Thanks. You finally got back in the swing of things. You've gotten custom orders for the tarot pouches. That's so great. I love that. I think I saw your little video on, or not video. Yeah, and what is it? Story on Instagram? Look. I'm not good at social media. They're getting rid of it all anyways. Sadly. Goofily. I don't even want to talk about it. Look, I'm mentioning it as a joke and then I'm leaving it at that. I need to start getting better at more Instagram stuff, though. That is one thing I should probably do. We'll see. We will see. I was, like, joking. I was like, it doesn't really affect me too much. I'm like, there's probably going to be a lot of other repercussions, but look. The TikTok part, I'm like, it's fine. I've kind of moved more towards YouTube anyways. It's pretty you do get that. Yeah. Try cross-country skiing or anything like that. Just being out in the snow and the quiet of the snow. There is something about the quiet of snow that gets me. All right, I love it. Makes me happy. You're just not prepared for it. You need a thicker jacket. Oh, yeah. Yeah, big puffy jacket. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to make myself a balaclava. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's like a hood, and it's got, like, the mask part on the inside, so you can kind of have it up or down. So it's like a turtleneck hood. Recommend. I think you'd want one, too. I've just been trying to figure out what I want to use, because I have... Wait. What you can't see over here in this section, right beyond the camera, is me organizing yarn and projects all over the floor. I will not show you. But that's what's over there. Because it's a giant, tangled mess. I don't even want to look over there right now. But that's what's happening. And then in the other room, I have my sewing stuff happening, which is fun. I may be sewing with you guys at some point. I want to, because I have all those bags that I want to do, like, the lining and stuff for. Also, let me know if I'm loud enough. I was messing with my mic settings, so I know I've probably changed stuff on there, and it's probably changed everything. You know what, I'm just going to put it up anyways. Just in case. The crunch. Yes, the crunch of snow is fantastic. It's so good. It's so good. Should we just get to crocheting? We can keep chit-chatting, but I'm like, look, I will just sit and chit-chat this entire time if I don't just get straight to crocheting. Let me move my notebook for a second. I do have a lovely cup of tea, of peppermint tea, which is great, because hopefully it'll keep my congestion low for you guys, so I'm not sniffling. I do apologize for any of the sniffles that may come out during today's stream. All right. So this is the first glove. I think I like how it came out. It's really pretty, and I think it's kind of cute. I kind of want to make more versions of like different colors now and everything too. Just like, get out of there. But I really like it. So it's like dragon scales up at the hand. Then it's pretty much like, think like granny square stripes. And then just like a nice little ribbing on the end. It's pretty simple, honestly. And I'm pretty much using what they're telling me to. I chained 36, right? And we're going to get set up for doing the dragon scales. The only thing I've changed is that they did 6 rows, but that would have been ridiculous. My whole fingers would be covered. I wouldn't be able to use them, so that'd be kind of silly. And then I did shrink this up a little bit so it doesn't go quite as far up my arm as the actual pattern. But that's the nice part of this, is that you can customize it that way. And I love that. So, feel free, check it out. I'm gonna turn this just a smidgen. I think that's better. I'm more in the middle. You can see my lovely little friends on my desk then too. You've been sniffling too, but just from the cold. Oh my god. First it was the dry air. The dryness has been killing me. And see, there I go. But hold on. But I was like, so all of a sudden last week when I was just like, you know what? Got a tickle in my throat. Odd. It got like really scratchy and like tickly, and it just felt rough. And I was like, that has to just be from the dry air. And then it escalated. It escalated into a cold, and I was like, you know, that's just rude. Absolutely rude. Yeah, but keeping the house warm is one of those things where it's just like a pain. Hopefully you're not hating it too much since you're not used to it at all. You get to wear a lot of comfy sweaters and get all bundled up. That's kind of fun, right? Cuddles. That's the best part. That's how your cold started too. You were sick for your first couple weeks of being here, and you haven't been sick since the summer. Oh my god. Goofy. Okay, it became a giant mess. It's fine. The yarn spaghetti is spewing out. Okay. It was kind of funny because my brother had... Oh, wait, how did I screw up how many stitches I did? Did I not skip 2 every time? You're supposed to skip 2 every single time, and I have a feeling I didn't. Because I have an extra stitch. Oh, it's right there. There we go. Alright, we fixed it. But I was saying, it was funny because, like, my brother ended up having a cold a couple weeks ago. He was worse, but it was just one of those things where it's just like, I don't... Why do we have to have colds? Because he was just like, I don't know about recording. He sounded worse than I did when we recorded, and then we recorded the other day, and he was like, I couldn't really tell that you were sick. I'm like, I did everything under the sun to make myself sound okay. And then I screwed up the audio anyways, so good job, Rach. Good job. You have one of those blanket hoodie snuggie things, and you wear it all the time. It's been so nice. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Oof is right, though. Oof is absolutely right. Look, it was my... I don't know how I did that. I'm so angry. But he was editing this next one, so he's like, I'll try doing it anyways, so we don't have to re-record it, because that would suck. Oh my gosh. So what color are you doing that pouch this time? I have to ask, because you always do fun colors, and it's really cool to see what you're working on. And if anybody else would like to share what you're working on as well, feel free. I know it's not Whip Wednesday, but you know what? Sometimes we work on stuff every day. I was even debating. I was like, maybe we'll do more tomorrow too. We'll see. We will see what happens. I have many different crafts I want to do with you guys. I have this like little Lego type thing. I got this for Christmas and it's so cute, and I was like, maybe we could do this one together because it would be like so fun with a real bird and little tree. I'm like, that's such a cute thing I could have on my desk. So I'm like debating if I want to do it with you guys. Could be fun. And then I'm like, we have my diamond painting. I still have my diamond painting to work on. And then I actually have been really wanting to do some more virtual painting, some like VR oil paintings. So expect that, and expect it to be super nerdy because I've been playing way too much Skyrim. Now I just want to paint Skyrim. You're gonna be posting about it tomorrow? Lady asked for hot pink and a red one. Ooh, that is very Valentine's themed. I like it. That's so great. Oh, you know what? I probably should explain the crocodile stitch. So if you, it's not technically the dragon scale stitch. It is a crocodile stitch. All right. I like to call it a dragon scale. I prefer dragon scales. Crocodiles have been rude to me, you know, from a game that must not be named, that, you know, there might be something that happens on this Friday that will always remind me of it. But anyways, no crocodiles, only dragons, but the stitch is actually the crocodile stitch. So if you're curious about it, you start off with, you can either do this flat, or if you do it in the round, you just want to make sure you have the right number of stitches. And you want to make sure that it's going back and forth between like a V-stitch and one double crochet, okay, in between each one. So that's what we did here, is you can see there's one double V-stitch, one double V-stitch, right? So now the whole idea is that around each V-stitch we're going to be making the scale. So here we go. We're going to chain 3, and then around, right? So around this post, we're going to be double crocheting, what is it, 4? Yes, 4. And it's 4 because of our 3 chain, our chain 3 there, counts as one of the double crochets. So you go around that post there, chain 1, and then working on the other post, I'm going to turn this way to do it. We're going to work around that one, 5 more double crochets. I always feel like sometimes with these stitches, if you haven't done them before, if I do a little explanation, it kind of helps, or if you're curious about it. Much simpler than you thought. Oh yeah. These are, it looks complicated. It feels so complicated. It's not. It's okay. Now, I think the way they did it, they just went straight into this. I think I was doing a chain 1. Was I chaining 1 first? Yeah, I guess I could do it properly. So that's like the first stitch, though. You can see the crocodile-ness, the scale of it, right? There it is. And then on that next post here, that one that's by itself, that little single one, you're just going to do a slip stitch. Just like that. That's it. Then to get to the next one, we're just going to start doing the double crochets. We don't have to worry about it. I want to make sure that they didn't do a chain or anything. No. You gotta get started on dinner, but you'll be lurking. No worries, enjoy your dinner. So now we're gonna go around the next post. And for this, I'm gonna have 6 scales all the way around. But that's why I like this one, because it's like, it felt very, you can customize this as to what you need. So this part, right, you're starting up here, and you're gonna go back. So you can test, like, okay, how does that feel around your fingers? Like, do you want it to be tighter? Do you want it to be looser? Depending on how big your fingers are or how wide your hand is, you might have to add or remove stitches. And the only thing you're going to want to remember with this is to keep it a multiple of 6. So that's why right now mine is what the pattern is defaulted as, and that's 36. All right. But yeah. So I have plans for us, I think. I have quite a few crafty plans. I have some throwback stuff in the works, which is kind of fun. I don't know if you guys saw that there was like a video about The Sims anniversary coming up, 25 years, which is kind of crazy. I'm excited to see what they do, because they kind of just teased it. They kind of showed that, yeah, we're doing stuff. There's going to be another what is the word? A rewards event. So I'm really excited for that, just because, you know, cute throwback items to the first game, and it's fun. And the second game, actually. I don't remember if I saw something that was from the third, but we'll have to see. So we might have to go back and replay those, because look, The Sims has been my entire life. Literally. I have played since The Sims 1. And I have loved it ever since. So I'm like, I think we need to do some more crafty Simsy things. Maybe more, play all the different games that came with it. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. So we'll have some throwbacks from those. A couple other throwbacks that I'm trying to get to work on my machine. And we're going to see if I can't do that. But I like the idea of doing some of that in the next couple months. And then as many crafty streams as we can get, right? Oh, I better not get even nasalier. The thing is, right, I have been getting a bit more stuffed up at night. It's like either I wake up with it, and then I'm like going to bed with it, and it sucks. Hi, more. Oh, you remember The Sims 1? Sims 2 was there, was where it was at for you? They were so much fun. They're so much fun. Glad I'm feeling better. Thank you. Appreciate that. I am too. I was like, running around the house and working wasn't making me super tired, so I'm like, good, finally, let's go. But I know myself, and even when I'm like sick or not feeling well, I tend to not take a break. So I'm kind of glad I did that, because I think it definitely helped. Sims 1 was so silly, and it's very basic, but I mean, the thing is it was way more risky or risque than The Sims 4 is, I think. Like, The Sims 4 has been adding a few more things, and they kind of make it a lot more subtle than it was in Sims 1, and probably Sims 2. But I always thought that was funny, like their jokes and all the crazy stuff you could do. Let the body work its magic to recover. It helps a lot. Yes! I will hydrate again. Thank you. If you need to hydrate or a reminder to hydrate, now is the time. I have my tea. Peppermint tea. I have to figure out where I put my mug warmer. I had one for my office, and it wasn't in those boxes. I think my husband said that I have another box that I haven't gone through since the move, and I'm like, great. Great. So I'm hoping that that has a few of the weird stuff that I'm just like, I don't know where this is. Has just ran off to. But it's always handy to have. It's like when I'm crafting or when I'm gaming, I don't want my drinks to get cold. Or when I'm working. Look. Let's be good. When I'm working too. Where's my... There we go. Okay. Last scale. Here. So the fun thing about the scales, too, is they're pretty simple, I think, right? I guess technically increasing and decreasing can be a bit tricky, but it's kind of like removing a V-stitch or adding one. But we're not going to have to worry about doing any increases or decreases. We're just going to do 4 rows of scales, which is technically 8. Because you had to have the setup row for each one. But I'm like, this is perfect for when we do our Skyrim sessions together. Okay, let's see. And the last one, slip stitch. So there we are. Ta-da! Our first row of scales. So now, for the second row, we don't want to have the scales on top of each other. We want them to be kind of, like, in between. Offset, so you can see them better. So in this first stitch here, we're going to add our V-stitch. Then we're going to do chain 1 and only 1 double crochet in the inside of the scale. Chain 1, and then you're going to go back into that same double crochet from the last round and do a V-stitch again, which is just 2 double crochets. Just do 2 double crochets. I know some V-stitches will have you do a chain in between. We're not doing that. Nice and simple. Oh, but I feel like these will be kind of cute and fun and handy, especially with, like, the cold season. Like, now watch, it's gonna get really warm now that I'm making all this warm stuff for me to wear. It's all of a sudden just gonna warm up, and I'm gonna be like, I don't even need this now. Except I'm always cold, so I probably will need this. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I feel like I've been very cold just a lot. At least my hands and my feet, I feel like, are always cold now. But I was really excited for Onyx Storm to come out. I keep debating on getting the book now or not, right? I don't know if you guys have read the Fourth Wing books, but I was like, okay, now I need the third one. And of course, that's more dragons. So I was like, well, this is actually kind of perfect because dragon scales, all the dragon stuff that I love. Yeah. So now I kind of want to make a second or third version where it has like either some black yarn or like some gold yarn or even like an iridescent looking something or other, you know, has like some sort of color funness to it. There's my Harvey. Hi, you. Are you gonna hang out with me? Hi. Oh. That's my good boy. Oh, you're cold. You must have been outside. Did you go outside? He's gonna be under the desk. I don't have another camera for Harvey currently. His chair's not even in my office anymore. I kind of need to get like another smaller chair that I can sit in and work on stuff, and Harvey can hang with me. The other one is now in my husband's office so that when he is working from home, Harvey can hang with him because he likes to do that. I just remember I was working and he was working from home too, and he comes into my office and steals the chair. I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, well, Harvey wants to sit in my office. He had climbed into his lap like Harvey does to me. He like climbed into his lap and he was like, he couldn't get comfortable. I'm bringing his chair down. Like, he abandoned me. He's my work buddy. Oh well. So I'm like, I need a cute, fun chair to put over here that I can sit and work and crochet and read, and I think that would be kind of nice. So I keep looking up different chairs, but I have not settled on anything because I can't. It's hard. It's hard to pick out those things. Anyways, I want to make these in multiple colors, is what I was trying to get out before Harvey confused me and interrupted. So I think I might end up making myself a couple different pairs so that they match different outfits. But I kind of like it in just like this nice neutral tone is pretty too. So there's our first scale, and you can see it's in between these two from this row, which is nice. It works out perfectly. But yeah, so my yarn, I think, let's see, well, I don't have that part of that page up anymore, but I'm pretty sure they used a 3, like a sport weight. I'm using a 4. Which means that I also went up a little bit in the size of my hook, just so that it would work a little bit better with the yarn size. And that's why I had to make the adjustments I did for mine to fit me properly. But it worked out really well. I'm sorry I bumped this. It was right there. I'm so sorry. Can I move it over just a smidgen? I feel like that's going to be a better spot. Is that like in the camera? No, it's fine. I'm feeling a little bit more lax on everything that I'm doing. A little bit more relaxed about everything. So it's fine. You can see it a little bit as long as you can hear me, okay? But anywho, I keep trying to figure out when I want to do certain crafts and everything, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. But I don't know. I'm really tempted. So we might end up either this week doing some VR painting, or maybe even next week or something I'll do it. Because so I can get like some screenshots or something that I can try to paint and recreate. Because I think that would be fun. I did that once before we were doing, when I got a screenshot from Arc that I thought was really pretty, and I ended up painting that with you guys. So I'm like, well, why don't I just keep that up? You know, we find some nerdy, pretty things to paint. I'm trying to count at the same time. Yes. And and I can make those with you guys because I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I'm trying to pretty much map out for the next, like, month. All right, what crafts are we doing together and when? So I can be ready. We have painting, VR painting, crocheting. I have some sewing on the horizon. We have the little Lego set. We have diamond painting. I'm not going to pick one, I swear. I want to do as much as we can, because I feel like we didn't get to do as many different crafts last year as I know I wanted to. It got really busy and hectic for me. But I have plans for these things, so I have to do it. I'm trying to plan stuff out through May, which sounds insane. But May is our big month for, you know, St. Jude Play Live. And I'm already trying to come up with plans for that. So I'm like, I probably should just plan out the month now. So if I need to ask people to be a part of something, or if I need to set anything up ahead of time, I easily can, because otherwise it's going to be, like, down to the wire, and I hate having to do that. I don't want to do everything last minute. Oh, we could do some drawing together. Trying to think of everything else. I've been, maybe some cross stitch or embroidery. So many things, so much potential for crafting. But yeah, if you guys are working anything fun tonight with me, let me know what you're working on. If you're gaming, crafting, relaxing, working on any projects. I feel like when I was thinking about, like, oh, do I want to work on this with them later or not? And my husband's just like, well, what other projects do you have going on? And I'm like, I don't really have it organized yet. That's what that massive pile behind me is. Is me going, okay, do I want to continue with these projects? Do I want to frog them? Which one's finished? I was like, I don't think any of those are going to be stream worthy. At least not at the moment. Oh, I do have to say, if you're a part of our book club, I gotta put the questions up there. But if you are close to finishing or finishing the book, or if you have finished or you haven't even started it yet, we had a couple books up there for our book clubs. You had a couple options. Let us know what you thought about those. What would you rate them? I finished Legends and Lattes, and it was so cute. See, all these Dungeons and Dragons, Skyrim, my dragon books. Yeah, I think I'm in, like, a fantasy land right now, and I love it. It makes me happy. I need more of it. But it was super cute, and I really liked it a lot. And I'll make sure to get the February books up for next month, like, soon, so you guys have time to either get them or figure out what you want to read. Because we're going to have our theme, and then I might just give 2 books instead of 3, we'll see. Because I felt like 3 was too many. But I was like, okay, how about 2 books and a theme so you guys can figure out what you want to join in on, or let us know what you read and be a part of the fun of getting out of your comfort zone or just finding something new to enjoy. This month's theme is new beginnings. So if anybody read any books that might have that theme, let us know. What were you reading? I hope it was good. There we go. I like this too, the way it actually sits on my arm, just because then, like, if I have like a long sleeve sweatshirt, I can put it over that and it kind of just sticks out and it's just the scales. But it keeps me so nice and warm and they stay on pretty well. I don't feel like they're either in the way or hanging off. And I like having my fingers available for, gaming or crafting or whatever. So I like this idea. It is a little like squishy, a little puffy. Part of me wonders if there would be a way to, like, say these 3 scales make this side flat on the palm and then just have the scales on the back of my hand. I kind of want to play with the idea of doing that just to see if that would be easier, because, like, gripping, you still have the scales here. So I'm just like, I don't know if that's like too squishy. Obviously, if you used a thinner yarn, would also help on that, but I'm kind of liking the idea, or playing around with it in my head at least, of potentially making it flat for the palm. But for this pattern, for the person who made the pattern, it is around the whole hand, and it's nice and warm. Okay, here comes our 3rd row of scales. We're gonna be flying through this. I love it. I probably should take a sip of my tea. It's gonna get cold. It's gonna be cold. There we go. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, I did the 4. I definitely like turning this so it's easier to just crochet into around that post. But you can see it, like, it seems a lot tougher. It seems so much more complicated and confusing. And then once you try it for the first time, you're like, oh, wait a minute. So I promise, if you've always wanted to try the scaled stitch, the crocodile stitch, the dragon scale stitch, whatever you want to call it, I do recommend. I think you'll pick it up pretty easily. I was even looking up some 3D prints I want to play around with or design myself, that's intimidating to me right now, but I'm like playing around with different ideas and designs, and I'm hoping I can make something. But all very nerdy items. That's just how I am. It's either going to be super handy and like helpful or useful, or it's going to be nerdy and useful, or crafty and useful. I don't know. I guess my brain has been going to, I want these things not to just for, you know, aesthetic reasons. I want them to be handy. And then some of the stuff I'm making is absolutely not handy at all. It's just, yes, that's fun looking and I want it. But I am happy to be back again. Oh, silly cold. Can't take me out fully, right? I can't allow it. Could never. Okay. There's that. I don't know, how long have I been live? Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. See, it actually goes pretty quickly and I like it. I think I do owe you guys a co-working stream from last month, since we did hit one of our sub goals. So I'm trying to figure out a good day for us to do that, where we can work on something together. I can maybe edit something and show you my process while we either listen to nice like music or a podcast. Could be good, or even I'll do that in the Discord. I gotta figure out what would be better. I might let you guys choose what would be better if you'd want to join in on some co-streaming. I just realized I didn't have my little stream avatars up. Do you guys want the stream avatars up? I think we need them. Our silly little friends need to be here. Oh my god, I have so many games I want to play too. It's driving me a little, like, nuts, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm so excited how far we've gotten in, like, Stardew and everything. And all I keep thinking is, I might be sad when it's over. Like, once we get to the end, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm done. I'm sad now. It's like a year in the making. I don't think it's going to be any time soon, but I'm already making plans. So be ready for that. And we still have Subnautica to fully play, or the Subnautica Below Zero to fully play. So we're not going to be missing out on much of anything. And I honestly have no idea how far or how much of Subnautica Below Zero there is, so that'll be an interesting one too. But I hope you guys had a nice weekend, or had a nice day, or a nice start to your week so far. And if you guys are in, like, the cold areas or the dangerous weather, or, like, even in, like, the fires or anything, I hope you're being safe and you are safe and everything. Because it can be kind of a struggle, especially with, like, this cold and stuff. You gotta make sure everything is going alright and you're staying warm, and if you have a house or anything too, you gotta take care of all of that. It can be kind of obnoxious. any pets like Harvey wants to be outside, he wants to go for W's, and I'm just like, right now it's a little too cold, I do not want him out there for too long. So it's like I feel mean, but I'm like, okay, we're gonna do extra playtime. Extra playtime and lots of snuggles. Let's see. What else can I tell you guys about? I made tortillas the other day. I feel like I'm getting good at that. I like how those came out again, so I'm very happy. All I can keep thinking about is the cinnamon rolls I made a couple weeks ago, and I just want to make them again, but I'm like, no, no, no. Can't overindulge. But I want to. So I'll probably end up baking something this week. I feel it. I feel it. I'm either going to make some more bread or banana bread or something. But I do love to bake, so can't help myself with that one. There we go. Nice. All right. Go on. Oh, come on. I have to redo my nails again. I was like, I didn't know if I should redo them before stream, and then I was like, I love the color. It's very fun. I don't know if you can see it super well. They're very green, but then they have like this purpley color that pops through. It's so fun. I figured that was kind of a good color to play with for the beginning of the year, for wintry, like a little winter theme. Here we go. So this is going to be my last row of crocodile stitches. Just for how it actually fits my hand. And obviously, if you have longer fingers, or if you're using smaller thread, you might have a lot more rows, etc., etc. All of the customization. There we go. Yeah, so I'm like trying to think like I have a couple sewing patterns that I've been wanting to play around with. One, I need to line some bags. I have some bags I want to crochet and then also line. There's actually a couple outfits that I think would be kind of fun. So I don't know if I have the right fabric, but we'll have to see because that'd be neat. But we'll see what I end up doing with you guys if we want to sew together. I know that has been a fun thought before, so I have a feeling we will end up doing it. But just trying to get myself a little bit more organized. I'm just a mess, I feel like, at this point, which I think is okay, but oh man. Sometimes it is what it is, right? But I've been making a bit of a list for some crochet stuff that I want to work on. Because I'm starting to make a list for craft show stuff. Because I'm like, if I can get enough items made, I'll feel really good about anything that I sign up for. And that is a goal for this year. So I have my ideas list, and I have to see if I have any fun patterns that I can do for it, if I have to make some patterns for it. So lots of things, but I'm like, I want to make sure that it's kind of like a cohesive grouping of stuff and a good mixture of items. So it's, I always feel like I sit and play around with that list too much. But I'm a bit of a stickler. I'm trying to perfect it and find designs that work for me, you know, that I don't mind like making a million. A million's a huge exaggeration, but like, you know, a good amount, repeating over and over again. Sometimes it's just, it can get really tedious or annoying to have to repeat a pattern, but if you really enjoy the pattern, then it's not that big of a deal and it can be kind of fun. But if I can get some cohesion with like the pattern types and the colors and everything I use, I think that would be super helpful. I have one like area where I'm just like, oh no, this one's going to be like scrap yarn fun, where it's like kind of like unique things, like one of a kind, like this is what you're getting, whatever yarn I pulled out, this is going to be the colors for it. So it's going to be like the colorful bin pretty much. But otherwise I'm like, yeah, I think I need to try to keep it a little concise and not be like, I have 20 million colors for all of these things. Even though I like doing that. I'll just let those be customs, right? Ah, come back. There we go. Okay. That is our 4 rows. Those are the 4 rows for us that are going to be the crocodile stitches. And so let me show you. So I'll put it on this hand so you can see. Wait, is that only 3 rows? Did I only do 3 rows so far? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 4. I don't know why I all of a sudden I looked at it and I was just like, why does it look like it's only 3? But it's not. So it's 4. And what my thought was is I don't want my pinky to be like completely covered, you know, because I want to be able to use my hands fully. So I have it there. The thumb is going to be created here. And then now we're going to get into the next part of the stitches, which is kind of like the granny square like stripes is what I like to call it, because it's just, you know, a grouping of 3 double crochets over and over again. Okay. You can see that on this one. Oh, but this is where I actually have to pay attention because stuff changes. Why? Now, they of course go on to have, it says 6 rows of crocodile stitches. I have 4, and that's okay. So, there it is. That's where I'm at. We're going to do 2 double crochets into this first one. So you can see that's our bundle of 3 already. Because the chain 3 acts as another double crochet. Now we're going to do 3 double crochets in the middle of the scale. And then 3 double crochets into here. Like that. There we go. So that's 1. I'm supposed to repeat it 4 times. So if I actually go in and I change this up, which I kind of want to try it now and see how I'd like it if it was flat on the palm side, I would have to pay attention because right now it's kind of like a universal. I could put either glove on either hand and it would be okay because it, you know, flip-flop it and it looks the same on either side of the glove. But if I did flat side, I would have to make sure that I put the thumb in the right spot. So the flat side is on the palm for both hands. Okay, one more time.
Please hit that follow and hit subscribe to be blessed. Toss some bits out your streamer, your wallet's a plenty.
I like it. Perfect. Beautiful. Let's go. Toss a coin to your streamer, damn it. No, I'm just kidding. But Vashwork, welcome on in. How are you doing? I saw you. I see you there. You don't have to say hi. You don't even have to talk. I'm just gonna say hi. And that's it. I appreciate it. You get a little shout out. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Okay. See, the Witcher works out with these gloves, too. I like it. That's 4. There we go. Anything that works for very, like, medieval Dungeons and Dragonish type things, that's what we want. Alright, so for the thumb hole, we're gonna chain 8. Boom. Chained 8. We're gonna skip this stitch here. And slip stitch into the first. Hold on a second. Are we skipping 2 or just the 1? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that is 4. See, I think on this one I only skipped 1 stitch. How did I screw that up? Oh, I think, you know what? Is it because I did it once and then you're supposed to repeat it again, so actually you're doing it 5 times, not 4 times? That's what I did in my head. Good job, Rach. You're fine. Everything's good. You just read it a different way, and it's okay. That happens. So total, you're doing the repeated row or repeated action 5 times. There we go. So we're only going to skip this one, and this is where the thumb hole is going to end up being. There we go. Perfect. Oh, see, hearing the Sonic music, we could do some of those too, the Sega Genesis ones, because I have that whole bundle of games for Sega Genesis, and I grew up on a Sega Genesis. Well, I grew up on a lot of things, because my dad, you know, spoiled us and spoiled himself, because he's also a giant nerd. But we were a Sega Genesis. We had an N64 too. So it's not like I was Genesis versus Nintendo. It was both. Alright, let's see. I probably could turn this a little bit extra. I didn't realize. Oh, well, my computer screen kind of shows there. That's where it stays. You get the fun background more so than me. Alright, so we have our first row here. We have our thumb hole created. You can tell my voice is starting to go because this is probably the most I've talked in days. Alright. So we're going to slip stitch into each until we get to that space. So it's going to be 2 slip stitches into the tops of these double crochets. And then into the space, like so. Chain 3. And guess what we're going to do? Many, many, many double crochets. That first one, though, is only going to be a chain 3 and 1 double crochet. I don't know if I want to do it that way. Do I want to do it that way? I get why they do it that way, but... we'll do it one time and I'll see if I want to do it. Part of me is wondering if it ends up looking a little bit better if I keep the chain 3 on the edge. And this is kind of why I say it's like granny square stripes, because like granny stripes or whatever, because it's just going into each one of those little spaces. You're doing more of the 3 double crochets. Oh my god, I'm dying. It's fine. Night hits, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, everything is now draining again. Great. But if you're just joining us, I don't know if you're working on any fun projects. Let us know what you're working on. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. I have to keep reminding myself it's Tuesday because I'm crocheting on a weird day of the week, but I wanted to make sure we're getting our craft in because I've missed it. I have missed it. Okay, so now we're in our thumb hole, and for the thumb hole, we're going to do... Where is it? Because I kind of know what I have to do, but I'm just kind of doing it now. 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and then 3 more double crochets, all inside of the 8 chains. Just like that. Okay. And then 1 more double crochet into that first space, like so. with a slip stitch. And see, this is why I don't want to do it this way, I think, because it just, the way it kind of like folds into itself, it makes it look thinner than the other 3 bunches. So I'm like, I might do it differently. We'll see. I think I did the same thing on that one. I kept going back and forth, like, oh, I should do it this way because that's what they say. But I'm like, I don't know if I like it that way. All right, so next row. Let me get to the space like we did last time. So now we're into that space here. Chaining 3. I'm going to do 2 double crochets in here so we have all 3 of them there. See, just, I don't know, I think it looks better. Can't decide. I can't decide. So now I'm only going to do 2 double crochets in this space. We're starting to shrink it up a little bit. 3 into this space. 2 into the next 2. Oh, wait, that's why. Hold on. And this is why you should follow the pattern. All right, so this can only be the one. Never mind. My mistake. You'll see why. Because we're going to repeat a pattern. So we have 2. Then 2. And then 3. And this next one. And then we're going to repeat the 2, 2, 3 pattern around. Oh, I'm glad he decided to join us. I love when he hangs out with me when I'm working. I wish you guys could see him, but alas, the Harvey cam has become the desk cam. You know, sometimes stuff has to happen. There we go. And then our last space is going to be a 2 double crochet. And then that connects back to the beginning. And there we go. So far, so good. I like it. I like it. I think doing some really colorful yarn with this, like color changing yarn and stuff, would be so fun. Just the way that it would change. So you have that variegation, or you have like some sort of ombre going, and I love that idea. Okay, so next we're going to do 2 into every space around. Ah, there we go. We might be able to finish this entire glove. This is going to be perfect. Then I'll have them and I can play with my game tonight. With warm hands. Let's go. I like it. I should have a prediction. Do you think we will actually finish it or not? Knowing me, you guys would probably just be like, probably not. She tends to finish stuff right after, like after stream, off stream. Or never, because sometimes that happens too. Look. It's sometimes it's understandable. Sometimes they're massive projects, okay? So there we go. Next, what do we got? Single crochet, slip stitch to the space. Oh, you're gonna be different too, aren't you? Let's see. So we double crochet or chain 3, double crochet in that space. We're going to skip this space. This is where we're gonna actually, you know, decrease on the number of stitches in each row, so it can go around the wrist now, because your hand is wider than your wrist typically. So we have that. So we're gonna skip this space, and we're going to put 3 double crochets in the next 3. I'll probably have to count the number of rows I actually did. Because the next row coming up is going to be a repeated row. And I know when I did it, like I said at the beginning, I did make it a little shorter. So it was like, came up to like my arm, but it didn't go all the way up my arm. All right, so that's those 3. Now we're going to skip another space, and then we're going to do 3 more spaces. Okay, and then one more time. Yeah, skip a space and 3 doubles in the next 2. There we go. All right. And this is where we do 1 more in this space here and slip stitch into the top. So now this next row is where I kind of was like, okay, how many rows do I want? And I think now I'm going to have to count. Yeah, so let's see. 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think it's 6 more rows. Okay. Easy, easy, easy. We're gonna fly through this. But yeah, I have to figure out now what other colors I want to do. I think that's gonna be the big thing, is trying to figure out what other colors I'm gonna want to make this in for me. I like the neutrally tones only because I feel like they can be worn with like many different outfits. It's not too bold because it's already kind of a bold, fun pattern. But I do feel like if I did, you know, at least one fun color. I have to have some fun, right? I have to have some fun colors going on. There we go. Okay. This is where it like becomes like the most repetitive the entire thing is. I mean, I guess if you want to say the scales is like an every other row repetitive, fine, but this one's like the same thing each row. But so far, we're looking good, right? Okay. I'm having a couple more sips of my tea. If you guys need to hydrate, do so now. Save your game, all of that fun stuff. All right. There we go. Yeah, I think I have some more fun crochet patterns that I want to work on with you guys. I guess technically speaking, well, it's at the end of February, but my affiliate anniversary is at the end of February. So I feel like now I'm going to have to start thinking about that too. Jeez, there's so many things to always like constantly be working on and looking forward to. It's exciting. But holy cow. Got to figure out what we want to do this year. Last year we started and I did finish it. My affiliate sweater that we rolled a d20 for. And that was a lot of fun. I really like doing that. That was the hexagon sweater. So I don't know if we're going to want to make something else together. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I thought I was going to sneeze, and then I was like, no, maybe it's just a tickle. I was wrong. But I don't know if we're going to want to make something together this year, or if we're going to want to just do some gaming together. We could always just do like a community game night. Can always be fun. There we go. Okay. Ugh. Gotta make sure I'm stretching and sitting upright. If you need a stretch, make sure you're giving your back a break. Make sure you're not hunched over too much. We all tend to go into goblin mode. I'm trying to be good. Okay. What else am I working on? What other projects have I been working on? Oh, I had to put the clip show on hold only because I was working on it when I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, I am so tired. I was getting so tired while I was working on it, and I was just like, okay, this is how I know I have to give myself a break. It's like I do a lot of work, and then I go out and work on that, and I'm just like, oh boy, okay, break time. But I am getting pretty far with it. I'm pleased that I am getting pretty far with it. I have, I think, probably more clips in this one than I did last year, so of course it's going to be longer and bigger and obnoxious. I just figured we could have a fun long form version, and then I can also make a short version. Because I was like, but all of these are such great clips. So it's so hard to choose. It is so hard to choose. But what I'm trying to do is actually like break apart some of our clips and make sure we can have as many as possible. Just to give you that taste of the moment. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's been a bit since I've sat and streamed, and because of being like sick and stuff, I'm like, I can tell that it's been a while. So like sitting here, I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I getting tired? Because it's been a bit, Rach. You're fine. Just work your, like, slowly work your way back into it. There we go. Perfect. See, this works up pretty quickly. I didn't realize how fast this works up. I just kind of went for it and made it the like yesterday, and I was just like, yeah, I really like this glove. Okay. Two more rows, and then we'll put the little ribbing edge, which honestly probably could be like one row taller, but I think I'm gonna leave it as just the 2 rows because it's just 2 and it's working front loop, back loop. So front post, back post, double crochets. This music is just burned into my soul at this point. Speaking of Sims 1. The only problem I'm having with getting The Sims 1 working, one, it is working, but I'm struggling to get it to fit into like my OBS screen. It's like weird, not in the middle. It's like weirdly to the side and to the corner, and then I can't really click off of it. I'm like, why can't I get this to be windowed? So I'm trying to work on getting it to be a windowed game without it being full screen. All these little things. Sims 2 I haven't even tried again yet, because when I tried that to get that one to work last time, it didn't. I just kept coming up with errors, and it was driving me crazy. So I gotta work on that one more time and see if I can't get it to work. I think I will be able to. It's just... it's finicky. It's so finicky because it's not supposed to run on good computers. New updated computers. Come on, rumors, be true. Re-release. Make them work on new computers. That's what I want. It would be so exciting if the rumors were true. Okay. 10, I think one more row, and that should be 11. Right? Let's count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so one more row. But for our painting stream, because I keep coming back to that in my head. I keep coming back to wanting to do some more VR painting. So for that, I might have to either take some screenshots myself or find some like very... what is the word I want? I want locations that you can tell it is Skyrim. But I could also just, like, make it just look like a medieval landscape past, like, paint, oil painting, I should say. I was gonna say pastels. Like, I'm not using pastels. What am I talking about? But, I mean, there's a lot of screenshots in that where it could just look like a landscape and that's it. But I'm like, if I put a few little things into it... I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm like tempted to do that with a few different games too. Just turn it into like a piece of like artwork. Okay, come on. So that should be 11. We're good to go there. So now, the last 2 rows. We're going to double crochet in every single stitch. That's it. Lord of the Rings. We could do some Lord of the Rings style. God, I love Lord of the Rings too. So good. I'll make a list. I'll make a list. We can spin a wheel or something. Oh, I hear you down there. What are you... Big yawns, mister. Sneezing and big yawns. He's all stretched out. Okay, see you later. Little tippy tappies of his nails. He needs to get his nails cut, so we'll have to do that sometime this week. Become like talons. He's a giant pain too. Because I'm the one who had, like, my husband's the one who has to, like, hold him, and I'm the one who has to either clip them or we use the Dremel because it's just easier. He doesn't, like, move his hands as much. His paws, I should say. Okay. We are now on the final row. Excitement. So for this, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to front post. And then we're going to back post. And we're going to do that all the way around. So if you haven't done a front post and a back post before, it's like doing just a regular double crochet, but you're going to go around, like literally go around the entire stitch of that first row and double crochet around it. Front post. For the back post, you do the opposite. You go from the back side, go all the way around the post, and do a double crochet. And it kind of looks like it's an extension of that stitch, which is kind of fun. And you can do a lot of cool things with doing front posts and back posts. You can do like some cable stitching and everything. It's great. I've done blankets that way. It's a good time. Okay. And we just keep going back and forth and back and forth. And you can see it kind of gives that like little ribbed look all the way around. It's a nice way to finish off something that is worn, especially because there's multiple ways to do ribbing. I feel like this is probably a quicker way to do it, but it also ends up being probably a thicker and probably less stretchy. I mean, it is stretchy, but it's not as stretchy as some ribbing you can do. So it kind of just depends on what you're making and the style and everything. Or preference. Does it end on the back? Did I do something wrong? Hold on. I feel like I either skipped one. Because that should have been a front. How did I end up with the wrong number of stitches? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna go with it. I am not redoing anything. I'm not frogging. I refuse. It's fine. This pair is for me anyways. Alright. But they look like they're the same size. We should be good to go. I just want to check to make sure. Yep. Pretty damn even, I would think. Where did my scissors go? I actually have to cut both of these and sew them up, so we can do that together. Oopsies. There we go. Grab a needle. I have one right here. Look at that. Finished them up. And I can wear them and have warm hands. Stylish warm hands, mind you. Which I think is even more important, is that I get to be a little extra stylish. Because you guys know how important that is to me. That's the joke, because I like to wear t-shirts and hoodies. Let's be real. You can tell I work in tech, because I just like to be comfortable. Every once in a while I like to be stylish. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It can be fun. But the everyday, cozy. Cozy, comfy, as much as I can be. Stop it. Okay. Get that nice and sewn in there. So we don't have to worry about it. I like to kind of go overboard with doing this part. Okay, there's one. Let's see. That wasn't bad at all. I probably could have made the entire pair together. Yeah, so this is a nice quick workup too. So if you like this pattern, you could use it there. That's the link to the actual pattern. And like I said, I made adjustments on mine so it would fit my hands properly with the yarn I used. But you might have to do the same for yourself. Unless you go perfect and you're like, no, I got the proper yarn, weight, and everything. And I'm over here like, meh. I do what I want. I use what I want. I use what's available and easy. There we go. This might actually be a good timing, because then we got to do something together and it's not too long or crazy. It's not going to wear me out. But I'm excited. I hope you guys are too, with all the fun crafty stuff and all the gaming stuff that I hope to have planned and execute. And I think it'll be great. And keep an eye out if you're in the Discord. Well, make sure you are in the Discord, because I like to give you guys updates there. So feel free, join us in the Discord. But I think I might put in a poll there if you guys would like to do a co-working in Discord, or if you'd like to co-work with me on stream. Doesn't matter. Either way. I think we're gonna have a lovely time. But look at that. Oh, wait. There we go. Boom. Gloves. Okay, let's put them on. Okay, my rings are probably gonna get in the way. Who should have probably taken off her million rings? Me. Let's see, it comes up to here on me. You could make them so that they go like all the way up to your elbow. You just gotta add it or remove rows depending on what you want to do. Of course, my watch is getting covered, but I think that's okay. That's fine. Look at that! New gloves! Oh, these are fun. I feel like I'm wearing armor. I feel like I'm wearing armor, and I love it. Indigo Siren, hi! How's it going? Welcome on in. We have just completed our glove set here. I really like these. How are you doing? How's your Tuesday? I hope you had a lovely start to your week. You were lurking and eating? Nice. That's a perfect plan. I like these. See, now I have to figure out, like, more colors. Do I have, like, a fun... I could make them in, like, a fun blue. I have a fun blue that could work really well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make these a couple more sets. You love the design? I think it's so fun and so nice. Let me take my rings off. It'll just be easier. Otherwise I'm gonna get caught in them. There we go. And I just like how customizable it is. So like if I wanted to make a really long pair, or if I wanted a shorter pair, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Comfy, cozy, and warm. See, like, then this was my thing. I was like, okay, then I can do, like, this, and then all the scales are, like, poking out. So it's just, like, it keeps that warm, and so, like, I can craft with this. I can do more crocheting. I can play games and hold a controller. Yeah. I need these, just so I can work on my computer and my hands don't get cold. Ah, yes. Hold on. Let me go back here. You wish you knew how to do stuff like that? I mean, you could always learn. Sometimes, you know, it's not your thing. Totally understandable. But you always can try it out and see if you want to learn, or you can always find somebody who loves doing it, and you can get a pair from them. Look at me. Oh, I'm so stylish. Look at... tea and gloves. Yeah, it's fun. It's, like, so subtle. It's so subtle. So if you weren't, like, really looking, it's just, like, really comfy gloves. I'm wondering even if I would want to go over this a little bit extra, just to have, like, a thumb, but I think it's actually kind of fine. It's good. Smacked in the face. You were lucky if you could do the never-ending knitted scarves. Oh, like the ones that are like the infinity scarves? Those would be fun. Those were always like a nice, just like cozy curl up in it type of thing, right? Love it. I love that we finished it together. That's so good. I don't know why I thought it was going to take way longer than it did. You said it. You said it. You get jarred. I wasn't going to say it. You said it. Damn warm beverage. Anyways. Oh, this was good. This was good. See, now I gotta figure out what colors. I'm like, be good. Oh, you've arm knitted infinity scarves. Oh, that's so fun. That's fun. See, I haven't done arm knitting just because I'm like, it's just too much. Just give me the tool. I'm so happy. My hands are gonna be so warm. I'm gonna wear these every stream. This is all I'm gonna wear now, is just gloves that are warm and keep my hands warm. It's too good. It's too good. I have more projects for coming up. I'm excited. I think we might do more crafting tomorrow. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what I'm feeling. Because I have it in as gaming or crafting or both. Which is always a silly thing to do, but you never know. We might do both. Or we'll do one or the other, whatever we're feeling, whatever we feel like hanging out and doing. But tomorrow technically is Whip Wednesdays, so we'll see how that goes. But I have some plans. And then I think Thursday, let me see. Thursday I have planned for us to play some Sims. And then Friday, I'm going to be playing a game with our lovely mod friend, Malicious Mole. I'm not, you know what, no spoilers as to what we're playing. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fun. So we're going to have some silly games on, a silly game, I should say, on Friday. But let me see. I say it's a silly game, and technically it's not, it doesn't constitute silly. It's more like a scary game, right? That's technically supposed to be like a scary game, like a survival scary game. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a fun little surprise. But I think you guys are laugh, especially if you were here for something in the past. Let's see where we're gonna go today. Who do we want to go say hi to? Oh, do I not have any on my list? Oh, wait, maybe? Maybe? Very good. Okay. I want to make sure we're continuing the crafting, you know? We gotta continue some crafts, right? Always a good time. All right. We're gonna head over here, but make sure you're following me on my socials. I know it was a little shorter today, but I gotta, work my way back into this. It's been, how many days has it been? Has it been like a week? Has it been a full week since I streamed? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's been a full week since I streamed, and I was sick for that entire time. So, I gotta, slowly work my way back into this. But make sure you're following me on my socials. Whatever's, left on the socials, I should say. Go check out the podcast, listen, rate, review, subscribe, all of those good things. Make sure to join the Discord. And I also have a YouTube channel where I do fun stuff there as well. Lots of gaming. You never know, maybe in the future we'll have something else happen or I'll have some crafting going on. We'll see. It could be kind of cool. But I think that's all I got. I think that's it. Before I, fall over, make sure to use that raid call, use that sub raid. I like these. My arms, I'm already feeling toasty warm. That's so perfect. It's so perfect. All right. Gotta get out of here. Why isn't it coming up? Did I spell something wrong? Did I type something wrong? I did, because I forgot the. You forget the, and it changes everything. Perfect. All right, some more crafts headed your way. Getting that raid started, but I'm gonna say keep crafting, keep gaming, stay lazy. I'll see you guys next time. Have fun. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had a good time making my glove. Keeping the warmth in. If you guys want that pattern one more time before we get out of here, it's right there. Check it out. Make it for yourselves. Make it for your friends. Nice and warm. Warm and toasty for a cold day, cold season. All right. Now I'm leaving. Use that raid call. Use that sub raid. Have fun. See you guys later. Bye. Ugh. You can hear it. You can hear it in my voice. I gotta get out of here.